Okay guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel once again for another deck profile. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Really helps the channel out. And without further ado, let's get into it. So obviously, as you can tell by the title, we played Tri-Brigade Albaz, and it works because of only one card. One card makes this whole system work, and I'll show you a little combo at the end on how it kind of makes it work. It sets you up for next turn more than it does prepare you for this turn, but there are some certain things you can do to make it work to the turn you're in. So we got Fractile, 3 of those bad boys. Obviously he's your starter. If you open him, you're pretty much laughing, to be honest. So 3 of him, obviously they all have the same effect, whereas you banish from your graveyard to special summon link monsters from your extra deck. Fractile you discard to set Foolish Burial. We've got Nerval. When Nerval is sent to the graveyard, you can add a Tri-Brigade monster. We've got Kuras. We're playing 3 Kuras. Not normally do you do this. You normally only play 2, but I feel like in this build, I want to see him in my opening hand, because then if I see him, then I can add anything with Nerval with the usual combo: Fractile, Kit, Nerval. Nerval I can add whatever I want. If I've already got a Kuras in my hand, so it was vital that I always see him, and he actually won me a couple of games just because of certain plays, which I'll explain. And then the best Tri-Brigade, I think Kit is the best one, and then probably Kuras, for the fact that I was playing into a Dragon Link board. Which only had Hot Red on field, yeah, so it was kind of like a 3rd, 4th turn. We had a lot of hand traps to each other, and he ended Hot Red Seals. I impermed his Seals, so then I've only really got to play around the Hot Red. A normal summoned Kit effect banished 2. He of course Hot Red negate that. I then linked it off into an Almirage. Kit effect send Nerval add Kuras, then I summoned Kuras by dumping the Fractile, and then I just used Kuras effect. I played and I won that round. There was nothing they could do, because obviously they have to ban it. They have to do at least one. They had to stop the Kit because obviously they don't know that I had the Fractile in hand. But there was that play that I could have done. That I did, sorry. And it won me that game against Dragon Link. So Kit, I feel, is just really good. You have to they have to obviously negate the first effect, but then the effect to go to graveyard is so free. Then moving on, of course, like I just mentioned, we're playing only 2 of the man himself, and then his lady of choice, Ecclesia. Obviously Ecclesia special summons him from the deck, and the reason we play Ecclesia is because it's quick effect on your opponent's turn also. So what I normally do is, depending on your hand, you can normally play with the Tri-Brigade bits without normal summoning. So then Ecclesia is your normal summon. So you end with Ecclesia, Revolt set, and maybe a Dragon Lord or a Simorgh or something like that, depending on what your hand is, of course. But yeah, it works really well, and obviously there is a way to add this. And we play 1 Albion. Sometimes you just need to draw, so this was very good for the draw. Play 1 Mist Valley Apex Avian because you can make Simorgh quite easily, so it's in here and it's good for interruption. Don't play the statue because the statue, in my opinion, is for bad players who don't know how to interact on their opponent's turn. And we've got 3 Nibiru. I think it's just such a, other than Flunder, but the bad Flunder players don't play around Nibiru, so other than Flunder, this card is just so good. It's normally my first hand trap of choice. Then we play 3 Effect Veiler, very good against a lot of the matchups at the moment. So yeah, again, just very good for this. Too many people summoning Verte, so this is just so good. YGOPRO, it works well in this deck obviously because it not only is it a wing beast that you can banish from your Tri-Brigade monsters, is also you can get rid of people's DPE. So YGOPRO was very good. Then the card that makes this deck makes it possible to play: Branded in High Spirits. So the reason why this card is good: reveal one monster in your hand and send one level 8 or higher fusion monster from your extra deck to the graveyard with the same type that has 2000 attack or defense. Then you can apply this effect. And the effect is discard the revealed monster, and if you do, add one Fallen of Albaz or one monster that lists that card in its text from your deck to your hand. During the end phase, if a fusion monster was sent to the graveyard this turn, you can add this card from the graveyard to your hand. You can only use Branded in High Spirits effect. Use one effect per turn and only once that turn. So this works really well, mostly with Kit. So you reveal Kit, you send Brigand, and then from Branded in High Spirits, you can either add Ecclesia, Fallen of Albaz, or Albion. And then of course, you get Kit's effect. In the end phase, you get Brigand that can add you any Tri-Brigade's name. So obviously, you can get into Fallen of Albaz, you can get Ecclesia that you can normal, or you can get Albion the Shrouded that will allow you to get a draw. So like I said, that's the deck, that's the card that makes this deck just work. It does also work with another deck that I will show you soon. I'll probably play that this coming Sunday, and then I'll show you guys that one. I'm moving on. Tri-Brigade Rendezvous. This card is just so good. If you've already got like a stacked graveyard, there's no point Kit sending another Nerval or another name. I just send Rendezvous to just have that like little added protection, and believe me, it comes up quite a lot. Then we got one Called by the Grave. We've got one Tenki. We've got one Branded in White, and we've got one Avarice. Branded in White is obviously when your Albion goes to grave, you can add this back, and sometimes it comes up to fusion someone from your graveyard. Then you've got Pot of Avarice. This is mostly just to shuffle back, like, because the extra deck's quite tight because I'm playing the fusions. So this is to shuffle back like your links, your fusions, and stuff like that, just so you can use them again. And I only managed to fit 2 Shirag, so this came up that I shuffled back my Shirags and then made Shirag and banished and then won the game because of that. Tenki adds Fractile. Called by the Grave allows you to keep playing. Then I actually play 3 Revolt, because if you don't open it, then you can just play a different way. You can set up things, it's a bit easier to play. You don't have to worry about trying to get this to your hand. And in some games, like grindier games where you can't get the kill, Revolt, I actually used 3 in one game. So potentially that's me just being a better player and not finishing them off, but I liked 3. I did play 2 Ice Dragon's Prison, but I won't lie, we all know it does, but I probably won't play it again. It came up sometimes, but it just wasn't good enough, and I'd rather just cut it completely. Probably play 2 Rescue Cat just to like further extend, but yeah. 2 Imperm. I would normally play Chalice, but obviously one of my cards is Imperial Order in this deck, so it doesn't make sense to play that. That's why I only also have like a few spells. Then we play 2 Strike. We played 2 Strike because I couldn't find my 3rd. I couldn't find my 3rd secret, and I'm not playing an Ultra, so with my 2 secrets I'm weird like that. But yeah, 2 Strike, we know what it does. And then Order. This card is just busted, it's broke. I hate losing to this card, but winning with it feels dirty, but it's a card, so I'm using it. Then we've got 1 Ferrigit to start off our extra deck. Then going into our extra deck, we've got 1 Ferrigit. Obviously allows you another special summon, and then when it goes to the graveyard you can draw 1, put one back. Yeah, 1 was enough. 1 Bearbrum. So I actually feel like I needed 2 of these. There was a couple of games where this actually got ashed or negated, and it was kind of a ball ache, to be honest. Yeah, the first effect almost came up, but I just didn't want to get rid of. I didn't want to discard 2 cards. It just felt wrong, so I didn't do it. 1 Rugal. Rugal was actually kind of good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's so easy to like. So you normal summon something, then effect to banish 3, make Rugal, and then just make Access Code Talker. It's broken, man. It's so easy. Then 2 Shirag, I'm sorry that they're ultras, my secrets are on the way. Hopefully Royal Mail at some point will deliver them. But yeah, non-targeting banish is so good. I needed a 3rd though. I need to find a space for a 3rd if I play this deck again. Yeah, enough said. Then we got 1 Almirage, it was very good, I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed it in the deck, so one of those. Got 1 Dragon Lord, came up a couple of times just to like bounce some stuff. Again, pretty good. Simorg made it very rarely, like once or twice I made it, but again, still very good. Gets you a negate. Then you got Appaloosa. I never made Appaloosa. I'm not gonna lie, I never made her. I don't know if I'll play her. This is probably my third Shirag. Then we've got the auto win button, access code talker. Like access code is just crazy. Like you summon access code, and then people just proceed to the scoop phase. Like it's just madness. Like generally it would just be like, and then people just start collecting up their cards. Like it's mad how good access code is. And there was a couple of times where it felt like I'm negging, but I made it with a Rugal and a Shirag, because a Shirag banished their last card and then just made access code with them, and then access code target Shirag is just hilarious. So yeah. Then for our fusions, we've got 2 Brigand. So Brigand is it can't be destroyed by a battle, and while you control this fusion summon card, opponent cannot target other monsters you control with monster effects. So that doesn't really come up. I have made it a couple of times for fusion, and then obviously it's a beast that you can banish, and so it does work like that for like the effects. And then in the end phase you can either add to your hand or special summon 1 Tri-Brigade or 1 Fallen of Albaz. And we've got Albion the Branded Dragon, allows you to fusion summon again by discarding cards, by banishing cards, sorry, from the hand, field or graveyard. And then if it's in the graveyard, that turn in the end phase, you can set or add to your hand a branded spell or trap. With the new trap that's coming out, this is going to be crazy. That trap's essentially just a super poly, so this card's going to be nuts. And we've got 1 Sprint. Sprint comes up sometimes just as like a super poly target. Something special summoned that turn, and then to move and then blow up the face-up column is mental. Then the last card, Titaniclad, just as like get the group all together, and it's just another. This is actually really good to like help OTK, because this can go up depending on what you use. Like if you use someone's, I use someone's Nibiru. Nibiru is level 11 or level 12 or something like that, so it's going to gain 1,200. So it's already now at 3.7, not including you can get up to like 4k plus because of Albaz as well. So yeah, Titaniclad is very good. And then obviously in the end phase you can either add to your hand or special summon Fallen of Albaz or a Dogmatica monster. And so guys, that's it for the deck profile. Hopefully it's not too dark for you. Again, it's England, so like this bit here might be like quite dark. I've got a light there, but yeah, it might be a bit dark, but it should be able to see fine. Yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. Access code is auto win, just proceed to the scoop phase. It's hilarious. Such an unfair card, but I've got one now, so it's all good. Yeah, really enjoyed the deck, really fun. I thought meshing these two together was going to end really badly, but I actually did well in the tournament. I actually topped, so the locals it is. So yeah, felt really good, and yeah, looking forward to tweaking with it a little bit more, and when more branded support comes out, or when we finally get the deck, so we get the Spriggans kit, this deck will be way much better like this. But yeah, until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.